Hello everyone, Ashton High here, and today I'm going to be reacting to the raid finale for 9.2 Eternity's End for World of Warcraft. Now, it's been a long time since I played World of Warcraft on retail, since last July. I quit before all that crazy stuff happened with Blizzard, shall we say, and I've been following the game's lore, pretty much. That's the only thing I've really been following. So I'm curious to see how they are wrapping up 9.2 here, and so we're gonna watch the AUNDUIN raid finale. Since this expansion was cut one patch short, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with this. And then I can't wait to probably complain about the lore, because oh boy, has that been something this expansion. So let's see what it's like.
Do you not understand? This one is bound to me.
Shalamourne.
Fulfill your final purpose.
He's gonna sacrifice him.
Annihilation. The fate of all who carry my blade.
So is it like his light power then? Oh.
My son. This blade does not belong to darkness. It was forged by valor.
I miss you, Miriam.
And also by honor. Its legacy and ours.
Are those actual
with
ghosts?
You, even here.
Oh, they're holding hands.
Finished.
He just ripped the sword in half? Okay, priest. Have the strength to rip it in half. Oh, okay, actually use a functional weapon. I thought they changed it fundamentally.
Is this all that remains of him?
The last flicker of his scarred spirit, consumed in the forges of the jailer.
No crown, no throne, not even a soul left for judgment. I hated you, hunted you, and with each selfish act,
So Sylvanas fully good now?
You.
For some reason.
That is my burden to bear. But your legacy is at an end.
Yeah, we can tell from the writing quality.
Arthas Menethil. May the last whisper of your name fade and be forgotten.
No, let's not. That's one of the best plot lines in WoW. Okay, so the jailer imbued Shalamourne with Arthas' soul to make it Shalamourne and corrupt AUNDUIN, right? But does that make sense though? Like, okay, is that kind of just stupid? Because when we think about it, Arthas' soul was corrupted, but it wasn't the corrupting force in him. Frostmourne in the Helm of Domination was, right? So why is it his soul that is corrupting Shalamourne or Shalamourne? Because we know that his soul still had some good left in it, because when he died at the end of 3.3 on ICC, he said, "Father, is it over?" Like he was finally being released from this hellish nightmare that he's been in. So how is it his soul, and if somebody can explain this down to me in the comments, please do, but how is it his soul that is the corrupting force for Shalamourne and that corrupted AUNDUIN? It's not the soul itself, it's the domination magic that was added, retconned into the game, into the lore. So why is it his soul? That's so That's just stupid. I'm sorry. And like, as touching as it is kind of to see Varian and to see Varrock one last time see Sourfang. Question, are those ghosts or are those his memories? Because if this is Shadowland, they're not ghosts because then they're actually in the Shadowlands, right? Because they'll be going probably to Kyria, and I'm also curious where they are in lore-wise in the Shadowlands. Well, I guess Varrock would be in the Maw, because that's after the Arbiter was eliminated. But Varian was before the Arbiter was eliminated, so where's he in the Shadowlands? But since those aren't their actual spirits in the afterlife, how are those ghosts talking to Anduin? Or is that, and if those are the actual ghosts of those two characters, how can they exist at that moment? Are they just trapped at eternities in the sepulture of the first ones? And then, it's so stupid. It's so stupid because if those aren't his ghosts, is he just hallucinating about his father and about Sourfang? Then is he just imagining that they're there? Is he just like randomly hallucinating at the most pivotal moment that he could, at the final moment? And then also the only thing he had to do that whole time to end the hold the jailer had on him was, I thought he like broke the sword in half for a second, but no. The only thing he had to do the whole time was use the sword's functionality of becoming a one-handed weapon to a dual-wield weapon. That's all he had to do. He didn't actually have to break anything. He just had to use he had just used the sword's functionality. That's all he had to do to break the freaking spell after he just has a mass hallucination. Ah, gosh, this expansion, Shadowlands, is an expansion of wasted plot potential. Like, I love the Uther cinematic because it closed off what we had with Arthas, right? It showed us what happened to him after he died, what happened to his soul. Fine, great. I love that cinematic with Uther. Do we really need here Sylvanas, good Sylvanas, everyone forgives and is good now? And she just talks to Arthas' spirit for like 40 seconds here. Jaina doesn't say anything, even though she still kind of blames herself for Arthas' turning. Uther doesn't say himself, even though he blames himself for Arthas' damnation. No, it's just Sylvanas talking pretty much the whole time, and then the remnants of his soul is like, okay, bye. You finished. You told me to go away. Okay, bye. Let me vanish into nothingness. What is? God, this expansion had so much promise at the beginning, even though the initial expansion cinematic had a lot of flaws. It had so much promise, but they've just, and so did the expansion itself in terms of gameplay, but they've gradually improved it in some ways, and they've screwed up even more in others. And plot wise, and WoW, I mean, the plot hasn't been solid, I'd argue, since really Wrath of the Lich King. And even then, like, it's never been completely solid. I mean, let's be honest, this game's never had the best writing. I just don't know what to say about this cinematic, other than what the heck did I just watch? Just why? Why her speaking at the end? Why the ghosts coming out of nowhere? Or is that him just having a hallucination at the most improbable last second to save everybody? It's so anticlimactic. That's what it is. It's anticlimactic. He just hallucinates about his father and Sourfang in a semi-touching scene. Then he just uses the sword properly, and now he's free. Because they touched his hands in hallucination form, or ghost form, which would make even less sense than him hallucinating. According with the lore that they established in Shadowlands. Unless there's some new lore that got retconned in 9.2 that I haven't heard about, please let me know if there is, that allows the ghosts to be here instead of in the Maw or wherever Varian is, respectively. I mean, it's not as bad as the 8.3 cinematic for N'Zoth stuff, but I just don't know. I just don't know. So let me know what you all think. Did you like the cinematic? I haven't played WoW since 9.1 came out, so what do you think of 9.2? Tell me what that's like. And until next time, I'll see you later.